ng'ate omwana akuleka olowooza oli naye wano naye ng'ate bantu bangi nnyo boogera ebintu bingi bali mu kumukuza nga tomanyi naye agambye nti engeri emu kuzo gye tuyinza okubeera nga tukikwasaganya ne tutambula n'omulembe gwa social media omulembe gwa seereza naye ng'ate ebintu bitambula bulungi kwe kubeera ng'omwana omufuula mukwano gwo so okubeera nga ate omufudde omulabewo kati njagala okukomawo mami gy'oli at what level should a parent become a friend, make a friend in her child? Because they have said that there are a number of levels or stages, but at what level? At what level?
What age? Okay, I would think that from the day you conceive, if you're a mother, the day you conceive, because there are people who conceive and they hate that pregnancy, and it's very difficult for them to adopt that this is my child, even when the child has grown. So from the day of conception, it's a bond. I remember bonding with my son when I was carrying twins. I bonded so much because he was so active in my pregnancy time. So you bond from the time you conceive, throughout the pregnancy, fall in love with what you're carrying and see it as a blessing. Then after giving birth, from there, create an environment that actually children grow in an environment where there is love. So it is you as a parent to build that trust in them and this relationship from childhood. That's how it starts. So that there is not at any point where these children come to a point where they can't say anything, but yet they are going through a lot, but they have no one to ask, and they end up making their own decisions, their own choices, because the issue is, I would have asked who? Who would have asked? If I had known, then it will pain you as a parent that, oh my God, I was an absent parent. Has never been there. Has never provided enough time for my children to be friends. So from conception is the time that you start that relationship. Of course, they will start growing to the time where they understand is where you start showing. Remember, you have shown this from childhood.
Yes.
And now there's a time when they start understanding, engage in conversation. Ask them, ask me anything. Is there anything? But we have this, especially us Africans. Shut up, we don't talk. So they can never express themselves. Sometimes even teachers who know our children better than us, because we don't really know who they are, the potential they have, the gifts, the talents. Why? Because we have so much of silencing. But the world has changed. It has come that time where we need to allow them to be who they are, discover who we have, and talk and sit down and say, okay, ask me anything. Is there anything you want to know? Now they're at the age of understanding what is life. Maybe at the age of 8, 7, they're now understanding. 9. Nowadays, you can be so amazed that children go to their periods at 9, 10 years.
Which is looking at so
yes, but so that's why we should befriend these children, to talk to them and prepare them for the world. So at any point, befriend your children. That's what I can say.
Thank you so much. Mama badagamba nti omwana mufule mukwano gwo okuvira ddala ng'oluto wakalubulira nti olulina bw'ajja mu nsi oyongere okubeera mukwano gwo asobola okubeera ng'asobola okweyanjulira okubuulira ebimusomooza ebimunyigiriza omuyambeko kiruma nnyo ng'omuzadde okuzuukuka obuzuukusa olunaku lumu ng'omwana we ebintu bimaze okumubaako oba ng'amaze okugwa mu nsobi oba ng'amaze okugwa mu kusomoozebwa okwo n'ogamba kale naliridda wange ekyamazima omwana yali talina gw'agamba.
That's true.
Mami, I also want to look at an instance, a fact that most of these children from the age of being babies up to a certain age, they have no problem of opening up and sharing with you until the most sensitive time where we think they need our help most. That's when they also choose to become reserved. That's when they also choose to become quiet. I don't know, how can you advise us as parents to help our children even at that stage when they choose to become a little bit secretive?
I think it is, like I said, it is my job and my responsibility as a parent to build this from childhood, so that the child have the confidence. But many parents, without them knowing, ignorantly, we are killing the self-esteem for our children. Why? Because if a child wants to ask something, you talk a lot, you keep quiet. So a child, instead of expressing herself to say something, she knows, Mom will just shut me out. For a child to complain maybe something is not right, you over-talk, you over-complain. So in that, you are killing the self-esteem. So time will come when this child, of course, she'll continue growing. She'll not remain a child. She'll continue growing. At that time, when she's facing the world, there are so many things. Men are coming in her life. She doesn't know the first piece. Who do I talk to? What should I do? And all those things. But there's no one now to talk to. Now that's when they are trying to find answers from social media. Remember, we have given them the tablets. We have given them the phones. They are now checking the information. One time I was surprised by my daughter. That was in COVID time. And she was doing homework. She had work, online work. She was doing. Then I asked her, what are you doing? She was like, you know, when you don't know answers, you go on Google and check for answers. I'm like, okay, what did you say? He said, yeah, why should I struggle? I don't know the answers, so I've gone on Google and checked answers. I'm like, okay. So every time she's having a tablet and there is internet in the house, instead of her thinking, using her brain, she just
switches to Google.
Exactly. And most of the children, that's what they went through during the COVID time. Because of the tablets, the internet, the what. Now imagine if a parent is not involved. What more will she search on that Google? Because all the information is there. But to what extent will she get the information, get exposed? Remember, also have YouTube. These children, they want to explore, they want to know, they search things. But already if she can use Google, then she can't fail to go on YouTube. And what is she going to find on YouTube? How about other apps, other sites? Yeah. So that's why parents, we have to be involved at any given point. We should not neglect this. We should work with our children and let's love our children and let's allow them to open up. So if it's built from the start, it will not be difficult for this child. Even if he marries, you still come back and ask, Mommy, there is this. Because remember, the relationship has been built already and the confidence is there. But sometimes we kill the confidence of our children because of over, you know. We don't want them, when a child is active, we call it stubborn.
Stubborn.
She's very stubborn. But she's active. She's just trying to find who she is, express herself. Yeah. And she's confident. This one, in Zimbabwe, we have a language that we say when a child is so confident and she can express herself, we call it akangwarisa. Akangwarisa, what can I say in Uganda? She's in Uganda, I think, I don't know how to say it in Uganda, but let me explain in English. Maybe a fujo, something. Daru. They call it daru in Uganda.
Daru.
Exactly, because the child is, she's so confident, outspoken. While the other community embrace that at a young age and discover this child has a talent. This child has a gift. We might need to nurture her this way because we have discovered. But for us, we use it and we don't know. We are killing the self-esteem. Now these children, because it's in her, it's inborn. She needs to find herself. The internet is the solution. But you don't know now who is talking to her. That's what becomes so hard. Right now, so much information, so much is talking to her, but you have left it. You call it daru. You don't want to know. But she's growing, she has to discover herself. It will be so annoying and painful later on to discover that it has gone out of hand. You can't control it.
So what you're saying, Mom, currently, as in we have, first of all, as parents, we have to get on board in the digital era. There is no way we can do without it. We have to get on board, and on getting on board, we also have to make them our friends, such that we can discuss and converse.
Yes.
Abalabi ba KTV abalungi tukyagenda maaso ne program yaffe nganzi program Life Connect bingi byogeddwako naye ebimu ku bye twakava okwogerako kati byenjagala nawe obeere nga ate obifuna. Tolina ngeri gy'oyinza kwewala mulembe guno ogw'okumanya omulembe gwa social media. Tolina ngeri gy'osobola kubeera nga weetaba oba ng'oyingira mu bulamu bw'omwana ono okumuyamba obulungi okuggyako nga naawe oyingidde butereevu mu kumanya. N'olwekyo kitegeeza bazadde tetwekumira mabega. Abaana baffe nga bagenda mu maaso naffe tusobole okulaba nga tugenda mu maaso kubanga abaana bano tumaze okubakwasa devices oba amasimu oba computers kati bagabikula ne bakola buli kye baagala. Bwe bakusanga nga tobimanyi nga tobitegeera kugendayo kumuyambako kikyolaba bw'oba olaba koma wano omutawana guba gumaze okugwa. Wow.
Exactly. Even on that, there is also the tips I've told you about. There are few tips that parents can use as we are trying to navigate this parenting in this era. One of the things you can do, the measures you can use, establish the screen time boundaries.
Yes.
What time does this child use this screen? Have boundaries.
Not being on TV
all the time,
way through,
on the gadget,
on the
all
tab,
the time. They should be boundaries. Set clear guidelines on the screen time boundaries. It's very essential. Because when you just leave it and there is no time. So what you do as a parent, what time will my child use the iPad? And when she's having the iPad, what is she using the iPad for? So me, what I do, what I want to advise any parent, their educational apps. Let your child, if she's using a tab, let it be educational. Let it be communicating. By the grace of God, this is what I've done. Everything that I've bought for my daughter is communicating from childhood. Even her walker, it had songs, numbers, even if it's a doll. I always look for educational toys. Let it be communicated, but educational and helps this child. So as we are there using the tabs, as they are using the phones, their educational apps. Let it be an educational app. Let it be interactive. But this interactive should be also educational. And now I'm talking at the age of maybe they are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they are young. So everything that you give them, let it be educational. And also set time. What time do they use this? So that they're not over-engaged from morning to evening. It's a Saturday, they're over-engaged. These children have also to go outside and play with others, socialize. Because now we are raising children in a lonely way. Why? Because we are too busy. I have work to do. I have an assignment.
Yes, so you
I have
want
work
to keep
do.
her busy.
I want to keep them busy. I have so much to do. So the solution is I give a tab. But I give a tab, I don't mind what you watch. And that is not right. So as a parent, don't use tablets, phones as a way of pushing them away because they're too busy. You are killing your own child. But even though you do that, let it be timed. And at what time? If it's 1 hour, my child use a tablet 1 hour. And that 1 hour is done. As a parent, you should be bold enough to say no. As much as we love our children, we should also raise them knowing that there's a side where mommy can be annoyed. Mommy can spank. Because you can't just, because we love them, you don't spank. No, the Bible says use a rod in love. Exactly. So you can't just say, let me just leave it because I love my child so much I can't spank. No, we spank. We spank out of love and we tell them, I've spanked you because you did A, B, C, D. If I tell you use an iPad for 1 hour and I've set it for you and it's educational program, that 1 hour is done. Okay, darling, today 1 hour is done for using the iPad. Let's 1 hour is done for using the iPad.
Let's other activities.
Now we do other activities. Please go and play. Now you play with your dolls, you play with other things, you go outside and play. So you should have clear boundaries.
Thank you so much, viewers. Tugenze maaso ate era ne tulaba nti ensonga enkulu ennyo emu ku zo gy'oyinza okulaba nti oyambamu omwana wo okulaba nti TV, esimu gy'alina, tabu egyo amugulira, internet gw'otadde ku nyumba, ziri ennaku zino ennyumba zirina Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi is everywhere.
Yeah, zirina Wi-Fi.
And even children know how to hotspot. I had a parent at school told me, my son knows how to hotspot. So if his tablet does not have internet, just hotspot mine.
You see? Kati abaana baffe bagezi nnyo. Kati abaana nga bagezi nnyo. Gwe omuzadde ali eyo togenda kusigala busigazi otunule kubanga bw'onootunula omwana omufiiriddwa. Oteekeddwa okubeera nga naawe oli mukalativu ku nsonga y'okuzaamu omwana wo. Omukyala abadde agezaako okunyonnyola ng'atubulira ng'agamba nti wabeerewo obudde obugereddwa obwa screen. So si kubeera mwana n'abeera ku TV okuva ku makya paka lwagulo n'abulwako ne kyakyakola kyatawanya nnyo mu COVID n'ebiseera ebirala naye ekintu ekyo tubeere nga tukitunuulira ate omwana wo bw'aba ng'ali ku simu oba ng'ali ku tab faayo okumanya kuliko ebisomesa ebiyigiriza esimu nga bw'ogimugulidde tabo nga bw'ogiguze oba TV like station gy'omuteereddeko faayo okumanya alina kyayigamu ye bw'aba ayigamu bwe tuba twateesa nti erina kuba ssaawa emu leka ebeere ssaawa emu oleme kumuleka kusiiba busiibi lunaku lulamba asobola ate okuba ng'amanya nti alina ebirala by'alina okukola ng'abaana tubaagala tuleme kuboonoona bwonoonyi leka amanye nti mami bw'aba yaŋŋambye essaawa emu oba yaŋŋambye kino nesikola nga bwe yaŋŋambye ate era abeera anyiiga abalabe faluni tetuyinza kweyongerayo ate okusingako wano tugenda kubeera nga tugenda mu kuwumulako tujja kuba nga tukomawo naye nga tuli ku life connect era sigala ng'otulaba tukomawo.
Welcome to Home Sterling Schools.
Home Sterling masomero gaddene boarding nursery ne primary school. Tulina amatabi asatu. Home Sterling Kamwocha, Chebando ne Gayaza. Wano oba otuuse ku first class standard mu kusomesa si mu kibiina kyokka wabula ne mu mpisa eddiini obuyiiya ebyemizannyo abaana baffe bazannya omupiira n'aba Proline Football Academy MDD computer library yaffe ejjudde obugule. Tulina bakery ne health center eby'omutindo ennyo saloon school garden ne school farm abaana mwe bayigira okulunda byonna weebiri abasomesa batendeke ddala nasere section yaffe nteketeke bulungi ebizimbe biyitirivu olwo ne tukuwa omwana ajjudde. Hobbies Darling tulina UNEP center ate era omwana asomedde ku Hobbies Darling abeera wanjawulo nnyo ku essimu Hobbies Darling Gayaza noti 393 ate abakube Kamwocha noti 4 532 ate noti 4 531 mwabakuba Hobbies Darling ekyebando. Hobbies Darling Schools.
Buli lwakusatu tosubwa midweek service ku Christian Focus Center Mego mu Kisenyi kubera kusaba okusinza n'okutendereza nga kuteeka okwegayirira Katonda ku lw'ebizibu eby'enjawulo bye tuyita muula mu bwaffe.
Katonda akola ebikulu ekabikolere Katonda akwerage Katonda akuvireyo nga batakuvirangayo omulabe alema okulemesa kyonna Mukama kye yakusuubiza buli Mukama kye yasuubiza obulamu bwo kikyasobola okubaawo tusabire ebisuubizo byaffe byonna bye watusuubiza bate abadde abaavu bagende bagaggawale mu linnya lya Yesu bakozese n'abalala abadde abapangisa bagende bazimba amayumba gaabwe basuze n'abalala.
Kati weeyunge ku mulabirizi Steven ne Pastor Cindy Kiganda kwoteeka obuweereza bonna obwa Christian Focus Center Mego mu Kisenyi wakati mu kusaba kuno okw'amaanyi okwa masekati ga wiiki buli lwakusatu okuva ssaawa 11 okutuuka 2 ez'akawungeesi wano wennyini ku kifo eky'okudibwamu The Solution Ground. Christian Focus Center Mego Kisenyi LC wano Kiganda Son jangu ate era ojjukire n'okuleetayo munno
Ibanda, Rakai, Sembabule, Lyantonde, Masaka, Mubende. Kingdom FM is Sani Kidezinayo.
You are watching KTV, building a kingdom-focused generation.
Omulabe wa KTV nkokulisayo nnyo ate mu kuwumulako kulikayo mu kuwumulako mwebale kubeerayo ne mutulindirira tukyaliko programu yaffe Life Connect obulamu bulina okugatta obulamu tubugase tutya mu ngeri zonna okulaba nga tububeeramu mu ngeri esanyusa mu ngeri ennungi obulamu bulina okugatta. So ye program gye tubaleetedde sindala bagiyita Life Connect, naye mu kaseera kano ate njagala okubategeeza nti wano we tuli ekifo bakiyita Shine Country Resort Hotel. Ekifo kino kiri wano Lweza, be batukyaziza olunaku olwaleero, batuwadde obulamu obulungi, batuwadde ebyokunywa nga bw'otulaba bwe tunyirira, akawewo kalungi. Tuli wano Lweza ku Kigo Road, ebifo ebisulwamu weebiri mu kifo kino, restaurants weeziri ng'oyagala okulya emmere ennungi, emmere ewooma, teweetawanya, jangu wano ku Shine. Ng'olina emikolo ng'embaga, birthday parties, oyagala gardens, oba oyagala kuteekamu halls, balina gym ez'omulembe, balina sauna, steam bath, balina swimming pool ey'omulembe obwedda njira baali eri mpitirivu nnyo obulungi, ate nga bajja kukola ne ka massage wano ku Shine Country Resort Hotel. Bw'oba oyagala okumanya ebisingawo bakubire ku namba z'essimu 077 99 5 6 ate ennamba y'essimu ey'okubiri oyinza okubafunira ku 070 7 6 5 Shine Country Resort Hotel wano ku Kigo Road, kyekifo kyokka osobola okubeera n'emikolo emirungi. Mummy,
Yes.
we are back to our topic.
Yes.
The viewers are very excited.
We thank God.
They really want to know these strategies. They love the social media, they love the digital age. It has so many advantages. It helped our children do homework during COVID.
That's true. That's true.
Children have learned so many things, ranging from playing toys, games, and studying, educative-wise,
Reading, yes.
recreatively,
Yes.
and many others. But it is also a challenging thing, because if we don't monitor, if we don't open our eyes wide, we may lose our children to the world.
That's true.
You had told us about the one strategy. Now we have one strategy.
Yes, yes.
The strategy of limiting TV, limiting screen time. What else can a parent do to see that we move amicably with the digital age?
Lead as an example as a parent. Lead by example.
Yes.
How much you use your social media, how much you're engaged. We have parents who are too busy. And even when they have got to the office, they come back home, they're always on their tabs, they're always on their phones. I know some people do online businesses, but also spare some time and give time to the family. So lead by example, that I can use this, but I am not so addicted to it that I can't live without.
Okay.
Remember, I have teenage children, the teenagers, we are raising them. Children, I always say, they are innocent learners. They learn from what they see. They easily learn from us as parents. I know there are so many things I'll tell you. I learned this from my mom. I learned this from my dad. Why? Because these are the people who have raised us. These are the people who have seen. So I would say, as a parent, lead by example. Don't be over-engaged in front of your children where they want to talk to you. You can't even answer. You are on TikTok. You are laughing by yourself. And why dad is laughing by himself?
One time there was a very funny scenario.
Yeah.
A parent lost her kid to business, like she was too busy for the child.
Yes, yes.
And when things went wrong, and the parent now was asking, but why didn't you tell me when all this was happening?
Why do I find you?
And the child said, but each time I came, you could tell me, go away, I'm resting. You know.
So the child is like, why do I find you? You are in the house, but you're absent. So you as a parent, also us, we are also struggling, that to be honest. Because this generation where we are, I always, if Apostle Paul was alive today, he would have used social media to preach the gospel, to win souls.
Yes.
Because you can imagine, you read the Bible, how much Apostle Paul could write a letter to the church of this, write a letter to this. He was always busy. You would have sent much. But we have social media in our hands everywhere, every time, 24/7. TikTok is over engaging. At Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Somebody said it's now wash up. It wash you up. That's what somebody said. So lead as an example. Lead an example as a parent. How much are you engaged with your phone? Have a time where you can see it and you leave it. And your children, when you tell them don't use it, do something else, because there's so much.
Meaning, if you're not disciplined, you cannot discipline.
Yes, you can't give what you do not have. Yeah. If yourself you're not disciplined, how are you going to discipline children? Exactly. Now our children, these teenagers, they have to engage even in housework in the house. Yeah. They have to do work. When you're cooking, cook with them. Lead by example. So even us, we should limit how much we use it, especially in front of them, because they're watching us. It will be very difficult to control it. Yes.
So that is also a very important strategy. Abalayi baffe abalungi katwongere okubeera nga twongera okukwatagana wamu nammwe programu ekyali Life Connect, ebyokwogerako bingi ekiro ky'olwaleero. Strategies tubadde na nnyingi era tukyalina nnyingi. Yasoose twagitegedde bulungi, kati strategy ey'okubiri ate mama abadde ayongera okuginoza ng'agamba nti nga tonnaba kugaana mwana oyo taapu, nga tonnaba kumugamba nti gibeereko essaawa emu, alabirako gwe muzadde we mukulembere ng'ekyokulabirako. Bw'onooba nga gw'osiiba ku TikTok ng'akulaba, tolina bw'omugamba nti kati gwe teka wansi taabu ate ogenda okole ku mirimu emirala. There is no way. Ky'otalina tosobola kukigaba. So abazadde naffe tubeere ekyokulabirako. Yegwe omuzadde agamba omwana teka wansi essimu oba va ku TV ogenda oyoza ebintu, naye nga gwe okuva ku makya kulaba oli ku ssimu yo. Hey, tulina ebyokwekebera bingi. Program ekyali Life Connect, strategies zikyajja nnyingi nnyo. Mami,
yes.
At least we are at one page now. We are on the same page when it comes to that. Parents, it's a big check.
It's a big check to all of us.
It's a very big check because
there are,
these moments when you have teenagers in the house, they can do some work, but now for you want to be on your phone, you're 24/7. You're asking him to go.
Women are burnt sauce in the house.
You see?
Because of WhatsApp, because of TikTok. She's cooking, but the whole mind is on the phone. Now you are telling your 10-year-old daughter
to put down the tab.
Put on the tab, cut tomatoes, let's do the work together. In holidays, let's engage our children. Do this, but you yourself, you are cooking, but the whole issue is on the phone. And the child is sitting and said, but what is mommy doing? So leading by example is very important. People are in church, but you are sitting with your child and you are in church, the service is going on, you're on WhatsApp, and the child is seeing you. So this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be before God, in the presence of God, but we can do on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, you're connecting with the whole world. You're communicating to everybody. So be mindful how you use your technology, how you use this technology. It is good, but be mindful, because we have a generation we are raising. Another challenge that parents are facing, you actually tell them, I don't want to stay with any boyfriend. You are still young, you are studying, but I give you a tablet, or I give you a phone, and there's Wi-Fi or there's internet. Do you know how many men she's talking to?
Do you?
You're seeing her, she's very single, she's alone in the house. Mommy, I don't have a boyfriend.
I'm just here in the house.
I'm just here alone in the house. But she's all over, messages, talking, doing so many things. And the devil has penetrated this technology very much so that the church has to wake up and see that it is a good thing. We can use it to do so much. People are doing business online.
Yes.
And they are doing great. People are studying online. And they are doing great.
Yes.
People are getting information online, which is helpful. But also the devil has taken advantage of this. Your daughter can have men online and you're not aware. And you don't, and for you, are not. You think, she's in the house. She doesn't have a boyfriend. I just give her a phone. She has her phone. She has a tablet. But what is she doing with the tablet? Who is she talking to? There is so much that I can't even mention, because there's obscene things are happening. There are sites that are not godly at all. That for you, just see a 15-year-old child who is still in school studying, and they think, my child is very innocent. She knows nothing. But if that child decides to open up and decide to check the apps, he will collapse. The things that she knows, the information that she has, the things that are exposed to. So parents have to be on top of this digital era that we are living in. We should be involved and know. because we are raising our children. We don't want the world to take our children from us and snatch them away from us.
Bannange ebigambo bikyali bingi. Life Connect banaye nabagambye program obulamu bulina okugatta naye nga tutambuza obulamu tetusobola butambula ffekka, obulamu tulina obutambula n'abaana baffe, obulamu ate bwe tutambula olwaleero ng'omulamwa bwe guli, obulamu tubutambula n'omulembe guno ogw'okumanya, omulembe gw'empuliziganya, gw'okutegeera abantu information eri awo. Kakati tulina okusoomozebwa information eri mu maaso g'abaana baffe. Abaana baffe bamanyi bingi nnyo. Mami abadde annyonnyola ng'agamba nti ojja kubeera n'omwana naddala abavubuka banene abato abakula abo bo kale it is at least but when it comes to the teenagers ekyokusooka banoonyereza nnyo. Kati ojja kubeerawo ng'olowooza omwana wakyali muto, omwana wo talina nnyo bingi by'amanyi, naye ng'essimu gye wamuwa mu ngalo eyo kola homework eyo, ngamba eyo gye wamugulira mu covid eyo, nga ayina ebintu bingi nnyo by'amanyi by'otayinaako idea, nga singa akubikuyako bubikulizi n'ofaayo n'olaba ku apps z'alaba ozirika. So abazadde tubeere nga tuteekayo ebirowoozo, tubeere nga tufaayo okulaba nti abaana baffe tubakuumira mu mbeera ate tagenda kubeera nga eyonoona. Thank you so much. Mami, I want to get back to you.
Yes, please.
We are in the digital age. And it has so many, for us as parents, we are looking at it as modernity.
And it's modernity.
Yes, and we are looking at it as, if I give my child a phone, now I'm a modern parent. Actually, those parents who are unable to buy their children smartphones or tablets and what, for them they're like, for us we are here, maybe we don't have money, we don't have what, but we have also realized that there are challenges.
There are challenges.
So far we have looked at just a few strategies of how to overcome the so many challenges.
That's right.
We've heard of when children are at risk of being kidnapped because they exposed. Yes. I don't know. How can you help parents to guide their children when it comes to some of such?
Yes, this is what I wanted to talk about, that we should educate our children, the online safety.
Okay.
Because not everything that you see online there is genuine, and they are genuine. Like I told you, that you can have a child in the house, probably 15, 16, 17, 21, they're in the house, they're still with you, and you know Pharaoh, she's single, but you don't know who she's connected with.
Okay.
They're busy connecting, they're talking, they're what? They're all those what called online dating, so many inboxing, sending, dating and all that. But we need to educate our children online safety, so that our children knows that there is dangers also online. It is us to work with them, teach your children about online safety, including the importance of strong passwords. And also teaching them that there is also cybercrime. There's also imposters. There's also fraudsters on online.
Okay.
So we need to teach our children, educate them. That's why I told you, sometimes sit down with them and engage them and hear their online challenges. Like I gave an example, that be on top of the game. Also be a responsible parent. Mind what you do online. Lead by example. So also this, we have to talk to our children that you don't give personal information online, especially now the teenager age.
I'm here, located here, you can come.
You give every detail, the school where you go to, what, yet they are kidnappers. They are bad people out there. The world we are living in has good people, has bad people, good hearts and bad hearts. So you educate your children, you don't give all your information about yourself online. Because online is good and is also bad. It has its challenges. So we need to educate our children as much as they are getting exposed and what. It's our responsibility to talk to them and educate them about these dangers. So we give strong passwords and also protecting personal information, recognizing and reporting cyberbullying. There's also cyberbullying online, and understanding the potential dangers of sharing content with strangers, people you don't know, and you share your information, you share your home address, you share everything, but you have never met. And even go to the extent of accepting to meet in a place with a person you don't know, dating and stuff like that. So that's why at my start, I said, let's befriend our children. We can only get to know this information and share it with them when we are created.
They are friends.
They are our friends, we talk to them. So if it's not late, if you're watching with a parent, and maybe you have not created that time, it's not late. You can start now, build their confidence. Tell them, if there's anything you want to know, talk to me. People have been kidnapped. People have been killed, have been raped.
Actually, some have been robbed. One time I read of a story where this whole family put themselves like on they online. They shared information that we are all gone for a vacation. Nobody's at home. All of us have gone. Literally, did they know that they were communicating to robbers?
Definitely.
So the robbers just came in and they're like, nobody's in the house.
Please come in. No one is in the house. Take whatever you want. So you have given information, and sometimes it's the show-off mentality.
Yeah.
May God help us that we should. This show-off mentality. You think you are showing off, but I always ask the question: in show-off, what do you achieve really?
Prestige.
I saw it. It's ignorance, really.
And
it's ignorance.
You know,
why have you seen? Let me ask you a question. Have you seen a rich person, very rich, with money, really living such a life, exposing what they have, what they have done, what they have achieved?
Not really.
They live a secret life. It is until when you see them, you realize their watch is $500 or $2,000. Like, oh, really? But has not said it. But has just come in. But once, maybe from struggles, maybe we've been struggling before, then someone, God has made a way and you have touched it. You feel like you're on top of the world. Actually, one pastor was preaching a message in our church. I think that was Apostle Dan Walsh. He said, humble yourself. And I picked something, and that is very true. We should learn to humble ourselves. He said, you are bragging with 1 million in your account. That is somebody's hair. That is just somebody's hair. But for you, because you have 1 million in your account, the whole world has to know there is 1 million. But you don't know who is who. Leave around this, the crimes, the what. Not everybody is happy that you are happy. So try as much as possible. Those are the things we should raise our children, knowing that there's information that goes out, there is information for yourself. People are being kidnapped, people are being raped, people, like you have said, robbery has been done because we give too much information. So educate your children about online, safety of online, you should control information.
Tweyanziza mami webale kuyigiriza webale kusomesa abantu bakitegedde bulungi nnyo abalabi baffe mama yongedde okugenda maaso ng'atangaza ng'agamba waliwo ensonga enkulu ey'okubeera nti ng'abaana baffe bali mu mulembe guno ogwa social media, omulembe gw'okumanya oguli mu maaso gaabwe, tetuyinza guziyiza naye tubayambe. Ekimu ku bye tulina okubayamba kwe okubayambako okumanya olina kuwaayo information yenkana ki naye kati abaana oluusi tetubalungamya n'awaayo information yo neemukwatako gy'asomera gy'abeera. Twesanze nga bano oluusi babawambye abo abaana betuwulira bawamba babajjako information naye nga bagisanga ku mikutu mugatta abantu tanoonyereza nnyo ajja buzi n'amanya omwana asomera wano, omwana bazadde be bavaawo wakasawa bweziti kwegamba ate nga tekikoma ku baana bokka. Agenze mami nanchallenginga n'agamba nti kigasa ki okubeerako kwegamba neweeraga nnyo banaye tuba tulowooza tukola content naye ebintu tubigende mpola naye nga byonna okyali ku programu yaffe Life Connect. Twaza okuyiga okumenyaamenya obulamu tubugatta tutya okusobola okulaba nga butambula. Omutwe gwaffe gwe yakatwegatako, omutwe gwaffe gubadde gugamba tuyinza tutya okubeera nga tukuza abaana baffe obulungi ng'ate tuli mu mulembe guno ogwa social media oba omulembe gw'okumanya ennyo. Abaana balina gadgets nnyingi nnyo, balina computers, balina tablets, balina amasimu. Tuyinza kola tutya okubeera nga tubakuza ng'abazadde, ng'abaana tubakuziza bulungi, tebatononeseeko, tebafunye kusoomozebwa, naye ng'ate bakyali baana balungi, ate nga ne era ey'okumanya ebagasizza. Mami,
yes,
I know you still have a lot in your store, but again, we would also want to continue sharing about these teenagers.
Thank you for bringing it.
The teenagers
Yes.